The budget was the most stressful thing. It affected everywhere, like in scheduling, in terms of doing any deals, in terms of equipment, crew.
Well, to attract the best talent at low budget rates, you often have to wait around for people to be free and for them to be willing to do a project for their reel rather than for rent.
The biggest challenge was really no money.
No money.
And getting people and inspiring people to work without money.
The best part of a low budget film is that you recycle. Everyone gets very innovative.
Well, the budget was very limited, so I just decided to utilize a small core of instrumentalists, say 6.
In terms of day-to-day production also, we couldn't actually hire cars. So we used to use Sona's car, her driver, her servants or his car. As soon as the shoot is stopped for a second, we will switch off all lights in the generator and this so that we save on some money.
Fuel.
And they all start thinking about how to make the maximum use of things which are available to you at your home, at offices, or on the location where we are actually shooting, in your pockets, on you.
Well, I remember that art department needed beds for the kids' bedroom, and I know that we had some beds in my parents' loft. And I remember that Gaurav and Ricky showed up with this massive truck, and we just went upstairs and loaded those beds onto the truck, and those are the beds we used.
We got our relatives, cousins. Sona's cousin was the doula. So we got extras as our
all of
friends.
us played a part in it.
We also were extras.
You know, we were looking for beds for the kids' bedroom, trunks for the loft scene, old photographs, memorabilia, and my parents happened to have a lot of this stuff in our loft at home, and we just used it, and I think it looked pretty good.
She didn't have a typical filmmaker's attitude towards the film. She also invented a few ways how to go about a film. But the sort of ideation, the sort of modernity to the same monotonous job, I think she brought that.
Yeah, I think it's a different kind of production. It wasn't like a normal film that you do in Bombay.
Sona was very aware of this being a low budget movie, and she was trying to source out a lot of things, like in film advertising and all those things. She did a lot of that.
We approached, I think, more than 200 sort of companies to do different various kind of stuff. So for costumes we had Benetton, we had W, we had another brand. These three majority were doing the costumes. Then our department, there was Gooda, there was Masper, then we got Deluxe Paints. The entire house was painted for free. There was Maruti, there was Hutch, then Vodafone now, we got some 30 phones. Like any small thing which was in the script, we tried to get funding for it. Somewhere place it. So I think what really materialized were about 20 brands, I think. The whole team was staying in one apartment, 12, 14 guys, me and Ricky in one room.
We were living there, we were drinking there, we were smoking there, we were chilling there.
So yeah, we were very involved with the film.
When I came to India, I knew the production didn't have enough money to put me up in a 5-star hotel. And Sona had said I could stay in her home, and she said, you know, we'll look for an apartment for you. And so we spent a few days doing that, and every time I left Sona's home to go look for the apartment, I would get homesick. But I didn't want to let you know that I felt that. I was like, oh, I've traveled the world, I'm an actress, I should want to be alone, but I didn't.
It was more like a family effort of making this thing happen. It's like a function in a family. Everyone chips in a little bit, and this was a similar thing. It was like a function in our family. We got together as a family after the first couple of days, I guess, and then we just worked towards completing or fulfilling this function, this occasion, big occasion, which was supposedly in our family.
It changed the way I used to look at films also. Not in terms of intellectually looking at films, but how they are made and how they can be made. I didn't know we could do all that. We just had the spirit, we had a die-hard spirit to say no matter what happens, we'll do this. No matter what happens.
Everybody from the top to the bottom multitasked, everybody definitely came out of the shells and did extra things. But everybody also went to that level where they never thought they actually could. And we were quite surprised to see that yes, if you really want, if you really are craving for it, you will go out and get it.
Yeah, my advice is if you really want it, you can go get it.
That's how funny.
Sona Jain's For Real is the most accomplished first feature that I've seen in a long time.
I want out.
That's how funny. How funny, yeah.
I strongly recommend that people should go and watch this film.
आ गया Foodles from Horlicks. 4-grain noodles with wheat, rice, ragi and corn. इसमें है health maker, power vitamins के साथ. Foodles from Horlicks.